Testing.
See, I want to
Is that Alex's new doggy? Nice. Hey guys, welcome to our review of She-Hulk episode 2. Alex will be back in the office on Monday, but we just saw this on today, Thursday, titled Superhuman Law. And we wanted to give you our reactions to it. Jesus.
Yes.
Episode 1, I think the
something.
comments on episode 1 are pretty bad. I don't know what the hell's going on. Just watch my video called People Are Pissed at Us for our opinion on She-Hulk episode 1 if you want my summary of what I think of that. But we are here to review this series and give you our thoughts on it. So let's start with Alex. What did you think, Alex, of episode 2?
This one's, 20 minutes long?
I'm not sure the
it's
runtime.
real short. You know, I was hoping that we were going to get like almost like Law and Order style case of the week type thing, and we aren't getting that, it doesn't look like. So,
Not quite there yet.
Yeah.
29.
So I gave the show a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. I think the CG was cleaned up in episode 1. In episode 2, it dipped down a little bit. It was looking kind of hokey at times here. I couldn't honestly, other than like she's got a new job, like the plot.
25 minutes, 25 seconds. You're right, Alex.
Is that with credits though? Because like if you
I
take away
went in the
credits,
exact
it is short.
before
I know
credits
people are like, well,
start.
that's standard. You know what TV length used to be, but these aren't standard TV shows like they used to. So I mean, I still didn't. I don't. It's not that I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I was just very, very schmedium on this week's episode.
What about you, Joe?
I actually did like this one a little bit more. I like the pacing on it, even though it did feel a little bit shorter, but we get resolution, and I just liked the way everything was flowing on this one more.
Yeah, I think the pacing is a little bit better. Other than it being, I agree with Alex. I'm annoyed by a lot of these episodes with commercials and old school stuff is around this, but I want more, and I think it can benefit from being more. Just like we complained about Mandalorian being too short. I actually like this character. I like Jennifer Walters, and I want to see more of her. I like this idea of superhuman law, of her representing heroes or villains. They ask questions like, what happens to fucking Hawkeye's arrows after he's done? Does he pick them all up? Do the Avengers have health insurance? Does that cover?
No, they don't. Spider-Man's poor as fuck.
You're right. Does that cover like some of the destruction? So I'm hoping we're going to get that. This is sort of set up for that. Hopefully that we'll see in future episodes. Doesn't happen in this particular episode too much. We do get a visit to Abomination. So there's two major things that I really liked in the episode is sort of wrapping things up with Hulk and teasing. And I hope what they're teasing here is what I think it is, which is World War Hulk, but a different version of it. There's a potential for Hulk's son to basically do Hulk justice, because we've all know they have not done Hulk justice. Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully that's a little tease in this show. I don't know whether that's going to show. I think they did announce that like back in October of last year that they were possibly they were working on a World War Hulk series or movie. I don't know which one it is, but I think we're getting hints of that now. And then also tying it in with Abomination. I love how they kind of are tying these two characters together like Alex, what are those characters? Hannibal and what's her name? Clarice, yeah. Hannibal and Clarice. I like that kind of dynamic. I love that movie very much. And he's kind of a wild card. And it's interesting. Is Abomination truly what he says he is? He's just reformed. He wants to live his life. His points are great because he was ordered by the U.S. government to fucking attack Hulk.
I wanted to be Captain America. But I believe it. They just injected you with too much serum and you just went crazy.
That is totally totally. I like that it's legit. Of course, we see right through it, right? But
Hmm.
it has the veneer of being legit, or at least creating interesting drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Well, I
think
mean,
that
he
was
would need Hulk to testify on his behalf, but Hulk can't testify because he's
Off
not a
planet
credible
now.
witness because he's incredible.
He's
You know?
and yeah,
Mm.
Joe, he zoomed off and they lost cell signal. So that's a clever way to get Hulk out of the series so that we can focus on Jennifer
Which I
Walters.
like.
And I think it's important to
Yes.
focus on her. Hulk got his cameo. He got this. I thought it was just going to be an answering machine cameo. I'm glad there was a little bit more, and that we got that actual tease that Disney does plan to do something a little bit more with Hulk, because he's a great fucking character and he needs to be done justice as well. Anyways, so I thought it was another solid episode that is setting stuff up. Jennifer gets a new job. Um, you know, that sets up some drama there. That it seems maybe she's just a token lawyer, but at the same time, her position is amazing and she's gonna get paid a lot. And I'm with her friend when they walk. She's like, I'm just a token. I do this and this. She's like, have you seen this
We
place?
got the
We got windows.
We got the corner office, man.
Do
You
we have
know,
any
people
win-
talk about corner offices.
Yeah, who the fuck cares whether it's just token or not? Because we're gonna prove our worth through these cases and through the job, and I'm looking forward to that. So I want to see some, courtroom drama. I want to see some of that, please, instead of just being teased. So another solid episode for me, and yeah, obviously some weirdos on the internet make it to where this is a show that is entirely about hating on men. Again, I didn't feel that here. There was one scene that made me roll my eyes.
Yeah, that
right?
Jarek, or what's his name, the other lawyer.
Yeah. He's like the fucking. This motherfucker walks straight up to She-Hulk in her She-Hulk form, and he just starts talking shit to her. It's like, dude, I don't think that would happen, right? But they're making
He would
him
be
be
very
that
intimidating.
comical bad guy that we've seen, that little piece of shit that you love to hate. We've seen it in Joffrey, like in Game of Thrones, those types of characters that are just inherently bad. Now, some people call that bad writing, or some people be like, this is proof that all women in this show hate all men in this show. I don't think so. So
I think that scene was amazing, especially like he had the funny ass line. He was like, nepotism. That's fucking funny right there.
Yeah.
And then I think that they did cross that line where it's just like, come the fuck on. Like, we don't need to. It feels like they're just purposely trying to feed the trolls when he is like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I see a hot woman. I'm gonna go talk to it. And it's like that it line that that it's there to like get people
Like,
fired
we
up
get
about
it. He's
it.
a
It's like,
fucking
come on.
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I know some misogynistic pieces of shit, and they don't even talk like that. So
He's very over the top, and so I'm wondering, what villains are we going to? They wrap up the initial storyline from last episode that Titania burst into the courtroom. What was that all about? It's because she was running from traffic court. She's
Low
kind
blood
of like,
sugar.
Low blood sugar, it said, and she just.
yeah.
It was a very bad incident. That's
Yeah,
it.
and I do hope she factors in more, because in the comics, Titania develops an obsession of being She-Hulk's rival and like testing her strength against her, and she's kind of like a result of the Instagram. It's perfect. It could go into Instagram, because even though this was based on comics that were back in the 80s and 90s, that character still applies today, that she looks up to all the heroes, this bigger than life stuff, both evil ones and heroes. To Titania, there's no difference. It's just, since you're bigger than life, then she looks up to you and gets obsessed with you. So I hope it wasn't just a single cameo, because if so, it's a little disappointing.
It's a little wasted.
A little wasted, unless they have other villains here. I'm totally down for an Abomination, subplot here, where they're potentially fighting, or she's potentially defending him in court, and then he does something fucked up, and that leaves her with all these a fucking mess to pick up. So there's some potential for good drama here, and that's really all I care about. And so in episode 1, Jennifer Walters' character was so annoying. She was so abrasive, so annoying, so ignorant. She's taking swipes at men, which I think triggered a lot of people when she's like, I handle my anger infinitely better than you. And then she doesn't handle her anger and turns into Hulk. Here, I think it was toned down and also came across better, right? that it's this snarky humor kind of thing, and then her relationship with her cousin Hulk comes across a little better here, and hopefully she's learning from this. So I thought overall a pretty good episode. So, Alex, any other things in there that you want to talk about?
I mean, we got a little Easter egg about Wolverine in the episode,
What?
and
I
the
missed
Hulk
that.
Wolverine thing is not what I wanted in She-Hulk. Yeah,
Huh?
when she's looking for a job, there's a computer screen where it's like man with claws, gets in a big bar fight, and then there's also finally mention of
missed
that
that
fucking
one.
awful Eternals movie
Whoa.
where it's like giant statue, comes out of the ocean. What's up with that? So
That was
it's,
mentioned too. Oh damn, you got an eagle eye.
they're
there.
having fun with it, but it's like, look, I don't want, bring Wolverine out, but
There's
I think
there's
there's just a little hidden Easter egg. Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a subplot here of the conflict of interest where she's like, oh, so what's my first case? It's like the Abomination. And she's like, whoa, like, I have a conflict. That guy tried to kill my fucking cousin, right? And she does the right thing. It's like, no, I don't want to be a part of that. And he's like, well, if you don't be a part of that, you don't have a fucking job. Right? It's like if you're setting up a new superhero division, obviously you probably wouldn't put her on that case. But look, I'll allow it.
I like
Right,
that.
because it's
Yeah.
forced drama. Yes, it's forced drama, but it puts into motion some interesting bits that we're looking forward to seeing, like the Abomination bit. So, I think overall it's good. It was a solid episode. So let's go and do some final verdicts. It was really quick, right?
It
Like
was,
Alex
it
said,
was.
I want more.
For me, I'm gonna give this one a 7. I liked it more. I like the pacing. The jokes hit a little bit better. I like the assistant that kind of popped in. He was like, "Hey, I got you a little gift basket, and
Yeah.
here's the best bathroom to go poop in."
Oh yeah,
You
that
need
guy.
that in the office.
Oh, God,
you
is
need,
that-
you need a little sanctuary?
No, I like him. What's his name? Paul or something, or Pug or something. I
Pug
don't
or
know what his
something
name
like
is,
that.
but
I
that's.
looked it up in the IMDb.
You think they're gonna fuck? They're gonna have a relationship or something? The hot guy in the office or some bullshit.
There's potential.
Or
Maybe.
he's just-
will they, won't they, kind of type of thing.
Maybe, or a comedy relief character. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's like,
so
"Poop."
this one, I liked the pacing, and I like how everything connects. Kind of like hopefully they do something with the World War Hulk,
Mhm.
and then they connect it with Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
At the
At
very
the end,
It's
so
like, hey, turn on the news.
connecting-
Your guy just escaped from prison, and he's in a cage fight. And we're like, oh shit!
God
now we
damn
got to deal with this.
So what would you 7?
7.
Let me ask you one thing because last week you were like, I didn't really like
5.
her fourth
just-
wall breaking, and here she does it again. How did that come across?
I brush it off. I was just like, fine, whatever.
You
but
don't-
I still don't care about it. I don't like it.
Okay, it's just, and it's like from the comics. It's something that she does from the comics. I don't know if it's ever really explained in the comics or if they plan to explain it here, but I like it. I think it's interesting. What's your rating, Alex?
I think I like this one. I mean, you mentioned it earlier that the show has so much potential, but I feel like this so far we still have unrealized potential. I keep seeing the building blocks for a show that I'm probably going to enjoy. I just don't have it yet. Like I don't have any of the legal drama that I actually kind of want. We don't have any of the. We have just glimpses of lots of little things. It's like. It's like an appetizer platter, but you're only getting like a third of about everything. And so and then the CG kind of went down.
Oh yeah, me and Joe were noticing that. We put it on pause and we in the bar, right? We were trying to like analyze it, and they were kind of hiding
Washed
it with
it out.
yeah, it was a little washed out for us.
Yeah. So I still think it's my Disney check because we are paid employees of Disney.
Oh,
right?
yes,
That's what
that's
they're
right.
Joe,
so-
what did you spend your $221,000 on for giving it a 5 out of 10?
Legos.
Nice.
Legos.
I know, it's a cool. Yeah, well, my check didn't clear, so I have to go down in score. I gave it a 7 last week. I thought it was a pretty good show, pretty solid start. Lots of shown potential. And the problem I have with this week's episode is, again, we have an even shorter episode. Again, we have potential, and potential it's unrealized. I don't have the thing that I want yet. And we have 8 episodes. 2 of them are gone. We have 50% of the show's length is in its credits.
It's 9
So-
episodes.
Oh, it's 9
7
episodes. But I mean, if we're getting a 20-minute long episodes,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's going to be a problem. So I'm going to go with the 6. I think it's above average. I am enjoying it, but like they really have to kind of get to like the meat of the series pretty quick before they lose me.
Mhm. I'm between a 7 and an 8 because I did enjoy this one a lot. I think that I'm hopeful more than you guys on the future of the series. Um,
You
you're
do see
saying
the
I'm not getting
glimpses
the
there.
courtroom drama.
Yeah,
I'm not getting these things that
it's
they're
gonna.
setting up, but I'm enjoying the setup as we get there. So it's not bothering me quite as much. Also, forgot to talk about the family scene. I like her family. She's got her mom and dad. They do this little thing at dinner, and she's got an annoying brother, or
Cousin.
we don't really know, cousin maybe. And they like kind of have her help around the house. Stay tuned after credits. So far, what we've known is the first 4 episodes of She-Hulk is said to have after credit scenes. So there's little after credit scenes there. So how supportive her father is. There's a little dad-daughter talk that I thought was nice. But ultimately, I think that the runtime is hurting it, and I'm really looking to sink our teeth into the meat of it coming up. So I'll go with a 7 again. I think another solid episode, and I'm enjoying the balance between the comedy, the fourth wall breaking, and the idea of superhero law, kind of carving out her own little place within the Marvel universe. I like all these explanations of like real world happenings. How would this actually work in the legal system with all these superheroes? Of course, it's going to be tropey. Of course, it's going to be filled with bullshit. And I'm sure
It's gotta be a certain
Abomination.
level of it, though.
Yeah.
You can't go over the top with it. That's
hmm
when it starts dropping some points.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to the things that they're teasing. That huge Hulk tease. I think Abomination mentioned 7 pen pals or something like that.
7
I'm wondering.
soulmates,
Seven
yeah.
Soul.
I'm looking what's going on there. So we'll see. I'm gonna go with a 7 out of 10. Another solid episode, and with my check, I've already bought what I've really wanted, the Lamborghini Aventador SVT. So that's already in my.
It's on its way.
It's already no, it's
When
already
does
in
my
my
check show
garage,
up?
Joe.
Oh,
It's
that's
already
right.
in my garage. For this episode, Disney, I would like. What's the car you want?
Oh yeah, I would like a '69 Super Sport Camaro.
That's Joe raised his score there, so Disney,
did.
we need that.
By 2 points.
And
You're
put that
welcome.
in his garage. All right. Well, we'll do a little bit of spoilers talk. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.
Come here.
With the doggy name. Oh my God!
Oh my god.
Oh my God! With the doggy name.
This is Belle.
Belle.
Belle's a corgi.
Corky. So
Amazing.
cute. But you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I love the idea of them setting up Planet Hulk. Planet Hulk is amazing. Now, I don't know how they're gonna do that. They're gonna have to change a bunch of things. But I mean, Planet Hulk's its own like standalone property, and it's not really She-Hulk. And I know they can drop Easter eggs and like hints towards it, but like I can't give them a ton of credit for like this series for doing it. But man, I would love to see Planet Hulk and then World War Hulk happen later. But
Yeah,
I just don't know how they would do it.
I think they're dropping hints for
They gotta be.
Hulk brothers and sisters, like Hulk family characters. I hope we get that dude with the brain, and I hope we get,
The Hulk
Gray Hulk,
incest
Red
family
Hulk.
from Old Man Logan.
Wait, what?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't, what is it? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I hated that that's her origin. That it's just because this ship shows up and it's like, hey, I want to talk to you. Okay, bye. He flies off. If you wanted to talk to Hulk, why didn't you help them? They
Send him an
better have a
email.
fucking explanation
So
for
you
that.
could send an email, do something.
And honestly, even if they do have an explanation, I don't think it's going to be a satisfying one. Anyway, so we have the news reports on her fighting Titania, and
Then she gets laid off because she showed her power.
oh, that's right. What do you think about that? Do you think that they would really lay her off, or you think that's just? I guess they. I understand that the court's like, well, no, you now definitely you saved the entire jury's life they're biased for you.
I could understand them being like, "Look, you're too close to this case now because you saved the jurors," but
Mhm.
not firing her.
Right.
It's like, why would you fire her? She
I
just
think she's an
saved
asset.
everyone, and yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that's what it's like. Whatever. I guess you just need to drive the plot, but
Yeah.
whatever.
And it actually worked out for her because she's exactly where she needs to be, the head of her own super law division. Because I was thinking, well, fuck these guys, just start your own private practice, like Daredevil. But she didn't even have to do that. So yeah, Joe. So the boss comes to talk to her, and it was weird because he didn't want her in that form because she's like looking down at him, and I think he was like, it's a little intimidating.
May explain something to you,
Right.
but I can't right now. You need to be lower than me.
He's shorter than me, so I can fire you and feel better. Yeah, that was funny. Did it trigger you 0 out of 10?
No.
Anyways, but he's like, you did the right thing, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm like, man, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Is it realistic? I guess it could be. And then like no other law firm will hire her. I don't know about that. I'm sure somebody else would have hired her, but like I said, it worked out for the best because she got to do that. So then the Hulk's on her voice machine, trying to follow up with her and figure out what's going on, and that's when she has the family dinner because she learns she had family dinner. So she's got a dad, mom. She's not, like Spider-Man or Superman or Batman that lost some of her parents. She has a loving father, loving mother, and
No
bit of a
tragic story.
bit of a dysfunctional, or a bit of a complainer. So everybody's fucking complaining, but that's kind of how.
That's family.
That's
What
family.
they do.
Yeah, they did do a swipe at her that I felt was like over the top. I don't know if this what the guy was talking about. It's like I don't know, her cousin's father or her uncle or something goes, "Wow, employed and promoted." You know what I mean? It's motherfucker. She's a goddamn lawyer, and he works at Best Buy, and he just recently got promoted to manager. Was he taking a swipe at her?
No, I mean, it's more that I imagine that the shitbag cousin has almost nothing to brag about ever, and so this is an opportunity to be like, look, I know he's the fuck up of the family, but,
Oh,
at
yeah,
least...
it was maybe the line, like, being sarcastic to the guy, the Best Buy manager, and not towards, well,
Her.
you're unemployed now, and he's better because he's a Best Buy manager. I don't know. Anyways, that's when her dad brings up the Hawkeye arrows. Who picks them up? Pretty sure Hawkeye picks them up.
There's no way he's got to lose a lot of them.
Right. We never see him pick them up. That's a good question, I guess.
I wish it would have had like a little teaser at the end of him just picking up arrows.
Dude!
Oh, he does.
That would have been a way better one than her
Shield agents,
helping
like,
up,
out there picking 'em up.
helping with the TV,
Yeah.
bringing in water. Dude, that would have been such a good cameo. He actually does pick 'em up.
You happen to see one like this?
That plays perfectly into Clint's character too. That it's like he's not as cool as everybody else, or even after done the pitchfork of his mess. Oh my God, Joe! Damn
That
it!
would've been way better.
Yeah. So, anyways, she says I gotta hire my own paralegal if I'm gonna do this. When they offer her this thing. Oh wait, before I do that, I wanted to ask you, Alex, what was that weird nod between? So the official guy comes in. I think his name is Holloway or something, and then he talks with the or he's like. She's like, bro, she's making sure she's on a budget because she's got no income. And he goes, I'll buy you a drink. And the bartender looks at him, and he looks at the bartender, and they do some kind of I didn't understand what was going on.
She's balling on a budget. She's broke. And when he says, I'll buy you a drink, the bartender, who is her
Good
buddy,
stuff.
pulls out the most expensive bottle in the entire bar and goes, he's buying you a drink, you're having one of these.
Nice.
That's what it is.
So, like, the bartender's her buddy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's making sure
Okay.
this, and he's like, yeah, give her the good stuff. Okay, got it. Well, yeah, so he hires her to be the head of a new division, and she goes, nope, not without my paralegal. So I like her friend character. You know, everybody needs a good friend. And then Alex here. But yeah, and then she does as she's walking in this new human law division, you can see other women like staring at her, like kind of pissed off that, she
only got the job because
Yeah.
it's She-Hulk.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
It's fine. We'll see where it goes from
Yeah.
here.
It's like, motherfucker, it's like, who better to handle superhero powers or superhero law other than superhero, right? Because they
I
have.
mean, I think they're trying to do the thing where they're shitting on, they shit on men, like misogynistic men, and they're also shitting on women who turn
Women.
on other women. So it's just like
True.
if you're gonna dish it out to one, you got to dish it out to both. I
Oh.
do hope we get more scenes,
Hmm.
of them just being, the woman in that filing room saying something like she only got that job because she's fucking green type
Right.
stuff.
And what happened to girl power? What happened to
Yeah.
supporting each other? That would be nice, and it would go some way to satiating some of the weirdos on the internet, but nothing would actually. Never mind, I take that back. So then she does a fourth wall break on how she feels about how I'm a tokenism, and he's like, "How do you feel about the job?" And she's like, "What did she say?"
I'm agnostic.
Agnostic. I was like, okay. Perfect description. She's like, that's gonna bother me for a while. Great office. Who the fuck cares about what other people think? I'm with her friend. Who the fuck cares? Like, look at what it's getting us. Then you have the Abomination case. Boy, he must have broke. So they have this laser, and then she goes through there, and the way that that police officer was talking, like he was like so official. Do this, this, this. I know he's just doing his job, and he's supposed to be strong. And I was like, but I wonder if he'd talk to like. Do you think he'd talk to like Captain America like that? No.
No way.
Hell no. but I was just like interested in his procedures and stuff, and apparently his procedures suck because somehow Abomination got out.
Wong teleports him out.
I was
Sling ring stuff.
wondering what that was. I was like, how the fuck did he get out of there? At first, I was thinking, is it a different Abomination, or what is this? I don't know. So we'll have to get an answer. Most likely, what it is Alex said, Wong. But why would Wong do that for an
Well, because
underground
they're
fighting?
friends and they throw fights to cheese. You remember Wong was betting on himself and shit they're like screwing over bookies in.
Oh
in Macau.
shit, man, that's been a little while, because like that was in Shang-Chi, right,
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
Legend of the Ten Rings. Okay, really cool. I like that. And then he must have teleported him back
Give
in,
me back.
and so she's gonna run because they're gonna go back in. He's gonna be in there. Anyways, what else? So,
I mean, that's it. I mean, we've talked about it longer than the episode lasted, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah, because
I
that's
it's fine
the
for
show's
me.
over
We're
after that.
trying to do an extensive review, but
no,
he does
I
mention
like
the-
that we're talking about it. I'm just more upset that it's like
That's short.
this felt like
Oh.
a great setup to an episode, and then it ended as like, man, where's the second half of this episode where the part starts? Now I gotta wait a week. So.
Do you like Abomination's speech about how he was ordered by the government to do what he did?
Oh, I mean, it's wonderful justification. I think that's actually really well written. I mean, he's not lying at all. He's lying through omission because he's leaving some stuff out.
Like
about,
I liked
but
it, and I
that's
fucking killed him.
that's what you got to do as a when you're defending yourself. He's already built himself up a pretty decent case, and I think that she can try to make a compelling argument for it.
Yeah. I'm glad that we got to see Hulk one more time. He laughs at her name, She-Hulk, but he ultimately likes it, and he's supporting her cousin. I like that she called him, like that's thoughtful. It's like, look, I am taking on, even though she talks right through everything, right? But it's because she wants to take it really bad. He's
he
like,
knew already. He's
I
like,
got
look,
you,
you
cousin.
just called me to tell me you're taking the case.
Well, they called for the most important fourth wall break of the entire episode, where Banner looks right at the camera and says, "I'm a different man now."
I love
Literally.
that.
Yeah.
It made me laugh out loud. He
I
goes,
liked
I'm
it.
a completely different person now, literally.
Yeah.
Inside joke, because who played him?
Eric Bana.
No,
no.
Eric
No,
Banner didn't play him. Well, yes, Eric Bana played him, but then it was
Norton, right?
Edward. Yeah, Edward Norton. They were like, he wouldn't play nice with the rest, so they had to get rid of him. And he changed into. Anyways, I actually almost think there's enough evidence here to believe Abomination. If he's helping Wong out, if he's actually
But we don't know that yet.
writing
but
haikus, it's
He's
an
a changed
interesting.
man. I believe it. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens in the next episode. But like Alex said, we gotta wait for one more week.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's not enough to satiate us exactly. So, but I think it's going good. It could still turn into a disaster, right? We thought Miss Marvel started all right, and then it devolved into one of the shittiest villains we've ever had. A crappy government agency.
Shell of characters.
Shell of their characters' former sense, taking side plots that nobody cared about and that didn't really serve the purpose and the characters that we should care about. So it still has the potential to do stuff like that. But I'm wondering how they factor in Daredevil. I'm wondering how many more Easter eggs we're going to find. If Alex found a Wolverine one, I got to go back and rewatch that. And yeah. So, all right, guys. I think that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching. And we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys. All right. Worked out really well.